How about on your side? Found anything?
Nothing yet. There are no signs of the ELSA or any ESs in the UNN region.
Oh.
There ain't even a log?
None.
How is that possible? If they were transferred in some sort of accident, a log should exist.
Wo ist eigentlich der Shigura? Da steht der noch gar nicht da. Moment mal hier. Ja. Fehlstunde eintragen, echt mal.
They may have been reduced to Planck scale along with the hypersphere.
No way. Where have you gone, little master?
Dann ist der Little Master
And
jetzt
Master
noch
Guardian is
littler.
away too.
Littlerer Master.
Little master?
Nope.
Committee member Yuli Mizrahi.
Ja, warum muss man sich denn von der jetzt so erschrecken?
I assume from the tone of your voice that something's gone wrong.
The little master vanished along with the research target. We're searching for them now.
Die hat das doch mit in die Wege geleitet, dass sie Kosmos klauen, um da mit Kosmos-Macht ein Loch in diese Hülle zu machen. Warum ist meine Webcam eingefroren? Oh, oh. Bewege ich mich bei euch noch auf der Webcam? Ich hätte nicht zu früh reden sollen. Perfekt. Jetzt bin ich wieder da. Mal gucken, wie lange. So, was wollte ich sagen? Genau, die hat das doch in die Wege geleitet mit dem Plan hier über Kosmos Super Attack, da ein Loch in diese Barriere zu machen. Dass sie sich jetzt vor ihr so erschrecken, wenn die anruft.
What? You still don't know where they are?
Unfortunately, no.
I see.
Committee member Mizrahi, I presume you did not contact us to check on the situation.
Yes, there's been a new development in the Federation government.
Okay,
I
das
wanted
war...
to inform you at once.
You sound serious. What is this new development?
The Federation government is moving forward with plans for a full-scale invasion.
Of what?
What? Where?
The birthplace of the Ormus organization,
Ah,
Planet Mictum.
das ist der Planet, wo auch Pied Piper drauf gespielt hat. Da hieß er noch Abraxas.
The Federation fleet has already set course and is employing the newly completed Merkaba.
The Merkaba? So Dmitry Yuriev is behind this?
Yes. If something isn't done, the chaotic wars of the past may descend upon us again. Or perhaps something even worse.
Are they planning to wipe out Ormus?
What should we do?
Ach genau, ich glaube, das hatten wir am Anfang der Episode gelernt, dass Ormus jetzt da das alles kontrolliert, wo auch Mictum liegt.
We'll wait and see, depending on the situation.
The Federation military may become our enemy?
Dmitry must have a reason for heading to Mictum. That man wouldn't move the entire fleet just to suppress them.
So there's something there, huh?
There was a record of an object in the remaining fragments of the Y data inside Momo. That object was taken by a faction of the immigrant fleet when they left Lost Jerusalem.
Ah ja, ich weiß auch, welches Objekt es ist.
An object?
The Eternal Circle.
Ach okay, dann sagt es halt einfach. Ich wollte es noch so geheimnisvoll tun.
Zarathustra?
We're still investigating exactly what it is, but Dmitry has the Y data as well, and his is in a more complete form than ours. I have a feeling his actions may be related to that object. You have the ESs and the emulators, so you may be able to stop Dmitry.
Oder das heißt, Dimitri kommt und attackiert uns als nächstes.
You would receive full support from Representative Helmer in such a case.
Helmer? Things are that bad?
But we can't do anything if the Elsa is missing.
Leave it to us. We'll find them no matter what. And then, if that old man is doing something stupid, we'll go out there and slap him upside the head.
Ich habe mich gerade gefragt, was denn die Elsa jetzt so wichtig macht, aber ich denke mal, es ging eher darum, wenn die Elsa missing ist, ist Little Master missing und der ist ja hier quasi der Chef.
Yes. I'm sure Little Master would like to be a part of that too.
I'm sorry for always asking the impossible from you. I'll head there myself as soon as I can.
Okay. Meanwhile. Niemand interessiert sich für den Rest der Crew. Die können da bleiben, die wollen nur Little Master zurück. Ach, ich vergesse jedes Mal nachzuschlagen, wie ich diesen komischen Strich da wegkriege. Der müsste jetzt einfach damit leben.
This is hopeless. Without a transplant of the actual base tissue, we can't save him.
Please, transplant my organs. That should compensate for what's missing.
Is that Feb? Oh, that's right. It's Lieutenant Virgil's surgery.
No. Think what that would do to you. We can't lose a valuable Realian to save the life of one soldier.
Our cells should have affinity for each other. I'll be fine. Please, help him.
Wait, that's not Jin.
You sound like your mind is made up. Fine, we'll try it.
That's...
Was meinte sie denn jetzt? That's not Jin.
Was I dreaming? Yes, I remember. That boy saved him. Jin and the others weren't there then.
Ach so. Sie hat sich an damals erinnert, als sie das kleine Mädchen war. Und diesmal sind wir ja mit Jin und so da gewesen. Anyway, so, für genau hier hatte ich nämlich jetzt ein Save-File vorbereitet. Wo habe ich das denn hingemacht? Ich glaube, es ist das hier. Lass mich mal gucken. Da müsste jetzt nicht mehr viel übrig sein. Es sieht jetzt noch nach viel aus mit den Buchstaben, aber in den meisten ist auch nicht mehr viel drin. Okay. Da haben wir zum Beispiel noch Masuda. Das fand ich noch ganz interessant. The man who oversaw the large-scale excavation of Kenya's Lake Turkana under the sponsorship of Vector Industries and discovered ruins connected to the Zohar. Beyond his name and the excavation results, essentially nothing is known about him. Based on his name, he is assumed to be of Japanese descent. His discovery of the Zohar brought about a dramatic change in the subsequent sphere of human existence. The Zohar discovered by Masuda was transferred to Vector's labs, where various examinations and experiments were performed. MOMO, the prototype for the 100 series multi-observational Realian, officially known as the Multiple Observative Mimetic Organicus, developed in order to make contact with and observe the noses, which are only perceptible via a certain special sense. MOMO can aptly be called the combined product of all the galaxy's latest technology. Built by Yoaki Mizrahi, her appearance was modeled on Professor Mizrahi's late child, Sakura Mizrahi. Regular 100 Series Multi-Observational Realians have only their anti-gnosis capabilities in common with Momo. Das sind, glaube ich, die Regular 100 Series sind, glaube ich, diese Blauhaarigen, die auch auf dem Durandal zum Beispiel überall rumsitzen. As products manufactured by the Galaxy Federation government, their abilities are similar to those of regular Realians, making Momo an entirely unique entity. Das war M. Nataraja. Formerly known as Nataraja, this connection system was designed by Kevin and implements a direct approach. In the story, when Shion uses a direct approach for Cosmos' mainframe, this system is booted up. Nataraja is another name for Shiva, one of Hinduism's chief deities. While worshipped as the Lord of Dancing, he is also a fearsome god of destruction and creation. It is unclear why Kevin bestowed this system with one of Shiva's names. Nephilim, the illusionary girl who repeatedly appears before Shion with the sound of a chime. She repeatedly offers Shion advice. Advice würde ich das ja jetzt nicht nennen. In an adult manner incongruous with her appearance, though her motives are unclear. Ich würde eher sagen, she repeatedly appears in front of Shion and says something that nobody understands and she just vanishes and everything goes sideways. She exists as a consciousness in imaginary space with no material body. She's unable to physically interfere with the material world. When Shion performed an encephalon dive into Cosmos' mainframe, Nephilim encouraged Shion to take action by showing her scenes of the past and of Udu's possible future resurrection, and by assuring her that the future could still be changed. Genauso nützlicher Advice wie Chaos. So, das war N. Hier haben wir noch Omega Res Novae. A unit based off Proto-Omega, which was recovered during the fall of Milsha, recreated and partially upgraded by Dmitry Yuriev as an anti-immigration fleet weapon. Although it does not house the original Zohar itself, it uses Able as its core module and an emulator as an auxiliary, making its power far greater than the original Proto-Omega. The exterior itself is not greatly different. However, since an emulator is being used in place of the Zohar at the core, functionality is unstable and at a lower power output. Omega Res Nova can be translated as Omega Revolution. Original Zohar. Suddenly appearing during the excavation of ruins in Kenya in the 21st century, it was soon recovered by Vector, where research on it continued. Grimoire Verum, one of the researchers, conducted a link experiment on it that failed, touching off a space-time anomaly that resulted in the annihilation of Lost Jerusalem. Da war der dran schuld. Der hatte ja auch vorher schon ein Link-Experiment gemacht, wo seine Tochter Nephilim dann einfach verschwunden ist, wo wir jetzt wissen, nur noch ihre Seele quasi in der Imaginary Domain kursiert, während sie keinen materiellen Körper mehr hat. Research would later be picked up anew by Joachim Mizrahi as the research wore on assorted other people would be involved. It remained sealed away in Old Milsha for 15 years, but reappeared once more after the Y data was leaked and fell into the hands of Ormus Patriarch Sergius. However, it was soon caught in the subsequent space-time anomaly and swallowed up by the giant gnosis known as Abel's Ark. Its current whereabouts are unknown. Was haben wir hier noch? Die hat hier noch Patriarch offen gelassen, the highest authority in the Ormus religious society and sovereign of the immigrant fleet. His name is Sergius the 17th. Ja gut, jetzt eigentlich nicht mehr, ne? Der ist ja schon tot. Those who hold the position of Patriarch within Ormus, the core of the immigrant fleet, Ben, jetzt wieder heiser, are the protectors of the Zohar. They usually possess the ability to link with the Zohar and draw out a portion of its power. While this can be said of all the people of Zohar who protected the Zohar during the evacuation of Earth, due to the thinning of the bloodline over the ages, very few people retain this ability even within Ormus. Sergius the 17th planned to monopolize control of the original Zohar, sleeping within Old Milsha in the hopes of solidifying the immigrant fleet's superiority over the Galaxy Federation. This was likely the result of both the historical background of the Federation's suppression and exploitation of the immigrant fleet as a minority, and the connection held by Sergius the 14th with the Federation's Salvadors. Sergius controlled the military of the Old Miltian hierarchy, which was largely comprised of fleet immigrants. He moved the Mizrahi Cerebral Sciences Research Center, a division of the Federation's Zohar Research Organization, from planet Mictum to Old Milsha, renaming it the Utic Organization and placing it under Professor Mizrahi's administration. Top-secret anti-Federation plans were developed behind the scenes there. Wilhelm's actions as ministry cabinet chair lay behind the fact that the Federation cast a blind eye upon the establishment of the Utic Organization. War das alles in P? Post-war operations? A compensation system established after the Miltian conflict that occurred 15 years ago. After the conflict, autonomous states and regions of space that had been heavily damaged, including Second Miltia, were given various vested interests and special extra-legal rights. Thanks to this post-conflict compensation, Second Miltia was able to join forces with the Kukai Foundation and earned the right to retain the Zohar emulators. However, many reasons fell outside the scope of this plan, and rifts have formed between regions of space and autonomous states over the issue of compensation. Despite the creation of a compensation system, it seems there are still many wounds from the war that have yet to fully heal. Was hatte ich hier noch? Realion. Realions are said to be the culmination of molecular bioengineering. The body makeup ranges from carbon-based and very similar to that of humans to constructions based on silicon and even liquid metal. Terminator. There's a type for every application. Legally, they were considered equipment, but they possessed intelligence and emotions, which had been suppressed for their role as servants. The basic human rights were acknowledged after the Miltian conflict, however, and apart from some realians used for special work or in extreme conditions, their emotions were no longer deactivated. On the other hand, their manufacturers had fitted them with emergency control codes for merchandise control and crisis management purposes. Das ist, glaube ich, das, was Virgil auch in Episode 1 mal angesprochen hat und benutzt hat, um die auf diese Noses dazu laufen zu lassen. Many firms are manufacturing realians, but their critical program, that is their central nervous system, is generally produced by Vector. It is a veritable black box, and all maintenance procedures behind everyday adjustments and alterations can only be carried out at Vector's CERT division. There was a time when Miltia's Utic organization performed a great deal of research and development into specialized realians. It was during this time that the 100 Series Observational Unit and Beta realians underwent improvement. It appears that various other realian research took place as well, but most of the associated data was lost during the Miltian conflict, and no further information is available today. Rotmantel. He designed and developed Talos and participated in the Zohar project run by Dimitri as a special technological assistant. His true identity is the Red Testament. He changed his appearance in order to monitor Shion and the others. Shion's quitting, the development of Talos, and the abandonment of Cosmos were all part of his plan. Rubido. URTV Unit Number 666. Junior's name during his time with the URTVs was Rubido, named for the alchemical process of reddening. The name Rubido was given to him by Dmitry Yuriev in order to aid his self-awareness. Rubido, unlike most URTVs, was a variant with a distinct personality. Because of this, Junior hates being addressed by this name. Fast durch. Salvatore. The children of the Messiah designer children. Like Junior and Dmitry Yuriev, these are humans who underwent genetic modification during their developmental phase. Ongoing research and development was part of a measure to prevent the immigrant fleet from using a part of the Zohar's abilities. The life recycling law passed in TC 4591 is said to have been a shield allowing for the birth of more Salvators. The Yuriev Institute had been controlling research efforts. Sellers, the alte Tröte, colleague of Joachim, who participated alongside him in the Utic organization's Zohar research. He feels an obsessive sense of rivalry towards Joachim. He presently works on the development of an interstellar strategic integrated weapon system under Dmitry Yuriev, a man perpetually fixated on surpassing the heights reached by Joachim Mizrahi. ist noch Shion als Kind Shion at age 8. Prior to the Miltian conflict, she traveled to the acute neurosis treatment facility with her father Suo in order to visit her mother Aoi. This was the same time during which she met Febronia and a period that left her with trauma that influenced her even in adulthood. Also das, wo sie sich in Episode 1 eigentlich schon stellen sollte und das dann nicht wollte. Song of Nephilim, one of the devices made by the late Joachim Mizrahi to control the Zohar, is shaped like a giant inverted pyramid. It was once stored within Labyrinthos, headquarters of the Utic organization. Shion saw its shape from her mother's hospital room. As the name implies, the Song of Nephilim plays a song, a wavelength, which cannot be heard by normal human ears. The song is said to attract the gnosis. The Song of Nephilim are the words of God that were recorded in the Y data, one of the relics, the legacies of God. A man named Grimoire Verum analyzed these words to create the program known as Lemegeton. Joachim reconstructed a fragmented version of this program as part of the Udo system. The wavelength is emitted included the word Nephilim in its human audible range, so he named the system the Song of Nephilim. The Song of Nephilim was used in the Miltian conflict 15 years ago. However, as it had not been tuned by Joachim, its power was insufficient to bring the Zohar into operation. Space-time anomaly, phenomenon in which the border between real space and its opposite, imaginary space, blurs, and the composition of space itself warps, brought about by events such as the Zohar going out of control. The destruction of Milcha, Ariadne, and Lost Jerusalem were all the results of space-time anomalies. These anomalies can be confirmed by EPR Radar, was auch immer das ist. Species Preservation Act, with the passage of the Life Recycling Law, people pursued their ideals and desires. They came to ignore the basic nature of genes, to add diversity in the various species. A group consisting only of species that have adapted to only one environment is a group with the same inherent weakness. Hence, they are in danger of extinction from even the smallest changes in their environment. The Species Preservation Act was established to counteract the effects of the Life Recycling Law. It was used to revitalize and correct the track of the human race, who had become too vulnerable biologically. The goal of the act is to re-examine the transmission of genes based on the laws of nature and to fix the genetic flaws caused by life recycling. Currently, the Galaxy Species Preservation Act Support Foundation GPS is headquartered in the Kukai Foundation. They work to abolish genetic transformation and cloning, which are still prevalent among the upper classes, and support victims of the life recycling law. Standard URTV, das ist nicht ganz so wichtig, das sind diese normalen Heinis da. Aber was ich hier noch interessant war, the phenomenon of URTVs transforming into infected URTVs was confirmed within Sakura's subconscious domain. The visualization of Sakura's fear as Udo waveforms caused standard URTVs to unexpectedly become infected, but Rubido and the other variant URTVs were unaffected. Many standard URTVs look with envy and malice upon the variant URTVs who were born with strong anti-Udo waveforms and special abilities. Das war S. Was haben wir hier noch? Transgenic Type. Das wurde irgendwie in Bezug auf Febronia mal gesagt. Next Generation, was heißt mal, letzte Woche. A Next Generation Alien model researched and developed by Joachim Mizrahi, featuring an even more human-like structure. First came Febronia, then Cecilia, Catherine, and Almadel. Ach, Cecilia und Catherine waren ja diese völlig verstümmelten Dinger, die sie da mit dem Zohar verbunden hatten, die wir dann in Episode 2 totgeschossen haben. Und Almadel war dieses Realien-Mädchen, das Grimoire versucht hat, mit der Seele von Nephilim zu füllen, um seine Tochter quasi auch irgendwie wieder Wiedergeburt, ihr wisst schon. And Amadil, who were built from Febronia's test data. Research and development of battle models took place as well. Joachim Mizrahi also used transgenic type data when working to create the 100 series observational unit. Public records indicate that all experimental data was lost during the Miltian conflict. Und dann noch die Überhumans. Humans who had artificial modifications made to their bodies and brains during the heyday of the life recycling law, giving them certain types of special abilities, as are the offspring of these individuals, are called mutants. Andrew, Cherenkov, Shelley, and Mary are a few mutants. Their outward appearance does not differ from that of humans in any way. At present, discrimination against mutants is strictly prohibited by Federation law. In reality, however, discrimination and prejudice is still rampant in all corners of the galaxy. Kukai Foundation protects victims of the life recycling law and provides them with a place to live. Udo, the Unus Mundus Drive Operation System, said to be a control AI originally created as a UMN navigational device, it was refitted by Joachim Mizrahi as a Zohar command device. According to Vector records, the history of link experiments with Udo extends back to the Lost Jerusalem era. Apparently, it has been recognized as a wave-based existence since far before the development of the UMN. Even today, details on Udo have not been revealed. It is thought to be a consciousness that exists in a different dimension from our own and deeply intertwined with the space-time anomaly touched off by the Zohar and its going out of control. control. Utic organization, knowing that certain people are able to make contact with this wave existence, gathered test subjects with this contact ability and conducted Zohar operational experiments. They tried to use them to complete a so-called Udu system, but in the end it merely led to the Zohar going out of control. URT unit number 623 was assigned with Rubido and the others on the mission to dive into Sakura's subconscious domain through the UMN in order to cure her sensory impairment congenital disorder in episode 2. However, the visualization of Sakura's fear as Udu waveforms caused many standard URTVs to be transformed into infected URTVs. Number 623 managed to avoid the worst case scenario, but he received a near-death injury from an enraged albedo in retaliation for the other infected standard URTVs having attacked and injured Rubido. 666 is wieder, because 6 is a variant URTV to be born in the Eurif Institute. Because he was born with red hair, he was named Rubido, a name taken from C.G. Jung's Psychology and Alchemy, in which Rubido refers to the process of a substance turning red. He was born a conjoined twin, his back attached to unit number 667, albedo. Rubido was the first variant URTV to be born at the Institute and possessed a much stronger anti-Udu waveform than standard URTVs. He united the URTVs as a leader figure. As children, his younger brother albedo never left his side. Rubido watched over him with kindness at times and disciplined at others. However, their relationship turned disastrous when the URTV force faced Udu and Rubido foresaw Milsha and the URTV's future. Understanding everything, Rubido cut off the mental link between the URTVs, fearful that his existence would be erased. As a result, the standard URTVs and albedo became affected by Udu. To this day, Rubido is tormented by guilt for having cut off the mental link. Number 667 is albedo. He was born attached at the back to unit number 66. These type of twins are called conjoined twins, but conjoined twins created by artificial insemination are extremely rare. When they were separated, their abilities were shifted in opposite directions, but Rubido and albedo's ability to stop or accelerate cell replication are fundamentally the same. Rubido was born with the ability to stop the cell aging process, but he was not immortal. Albedo was born with the ability to accelerate cell replication to amazing speeds. Even if his head or heart were completely destroyed, it would always be regenerated. Albedo was not aware that Rubido and Negrito did, of course, not share this ability. When he found out, he was greatly shocked to learn that he was the only one to have an immortal existence. The special ability is activated not by control of the cells of one's own body, but by accessing the structure of the UMN itself. Albedo's mental state had been unstable from the start, but it has been even more unstable ever since the day he learned that he could not die. To Albedo, this world was nothing but a painful prison in which he would have to continue living, even if his loved ones were to die. His greatest fear was losing his other self, Rubido. And when Rubido released his hand, cutting off the mental link, albedo came into contact with Udu and finally stepped past the point of no return. Dann noch Negrito refers to the process of a substance turning black. He was the last of the 669 URTV units to be created and possesses far stronger mental waves and mind control ability than standard URTVs, as well as the ability to repel Udu waveforms. Even as a child, he was calm and mature. He often spent time with albedo and Rubido. However, because of their strong connection, he sometimes felt left out. Negrito was assigned to 2 special missions. One was to prevent the Red Dragon from going out of control and to bring it down if necessary. This mission was also assigned to URTV unit number 668 Citrine. The other was a secret mission closely related to his father Yuriev. However, Negrito abandoned this mission and shot Yuriev to death. The details of this incident are still unknown. Ich glaube, das war's. So. Jetzt haben wir die Database aber erstmal durch. Wenn jetzt mal wieder was Neues kommt, dann müssen wir nur noch das lesen. Do you know what a geocrystal is? You can harvest one by refining rough geocrystal. I know how to do that, but I guess you don't have any use for it, huh? Weiß ich nicht. So. Jetzt nochmal schnell speichern. Gut. Oh, hi Momo. Oh, Shion, you're awake. If you're looking for the others, they should be in the gun room. The gun room? It's right outside of the main elevator. The professor says he has something important to talk about. Dann gehe ich mal... Moment, sie hat es mir gerade gesagt. Wo ist der Gun Room? Ich habe so richtig toll zugehört. Right outside of the main elevator. Can't shake the feeling that we droids are treated like pets on the Elsa. If they want pets, they should get a dog or something. I'm sure it'd be cute. Oh, was ist denn hier? Boah, ey, wieso ist es schon wieder so heiß? Ich hoffe, bei euch ist es ein bisschen kühler. Ich glaube, mein PC macht das. Aber wenn ich den Ventilator hier anmache, dann hört man das, glaube ich, die ganze Zeit. Oh, Aiden übernachtet heute das erste Mal bei einem Freund. Muss ich noch erzählen. Bin ich ja mal gespannt, wie gut das funktioniert. Oder ob ich nachher irgendwie einen Anruf kriege. Oh, ich sehe gerade. Shigura ist diese und kommende Woche im Urlaub. Nein, da muss er natürlich die Videos nachholen. Und in 2 Wochen schreibt er dann einen Test. The secret of those 3 plates. Brauche ich nicht. Wo ist jetzt der Gun Room? Uns eine Karte schreiben, genau. Piep, piep. Ist hier der Gun Room? Irgendwas passiert. Ah ja.
The vessels of Anima are gone? What's wrong?
There's a little bit of a problem.
You'd better explain what's going on.
Like I said, the vessels of Anima are missing. There's nothing wrong with the crafts themselves, but the power cores have just disappeared.
Wie just disappeared? Sind die spazieren gegangen?
How can that happen?
What caused it?
I have no idea.
Perhaps it's a negative side effect caused by our time travel.
Yes. Speaking of side effects, things may get even worse.
What? Even more stuff's gonna go wrong?
Well, we're not really supposed to be here in this world. That contradiction is slowly but surely building up latent heat energy. If we let it keep going, it'll almost certainly end in destruction.
Cool.
Destruction of what?
This universe.
Ey.
What?
Well, that might be an exaggeration, but it will at least blow away this region of space. That's how dangerous this latent heat energy thing is.
What do we do? That doesn't sound good.
Is there anything we can do?
Well, there is something. We may be able to return to our original time if we contain this latent heat energy with a field and interface with the space-time continuum.
What?
No problem then. Let's get started.
Let me finish. All I'm saying is that it's theoretically possible. We don't have anything capable of generating a field powerful enough to contain it. There's nothing we can do.
Ja, Kosmos ist ja auch noch kaputt.
Cosmos, will you ever wake up again? Will you ever say good morning to me again?
Chief, you're here again? When we get back to our original time, I'm sure we can find a way to fix Cosmos. So...
Alan,
Yes?
do you really think this is that Milsha?
It's difficult to believe. But the data Momo's gathered all points to this as the Milsha 15 years ago.
I don't understand. This is definitely Milsha from back then. I've met Feb, Lieutenant Virgil, and even my younger self. But I can't just accept it so easily. If this is really Milsha back then, a terrible fate is going to befall this planet in just a few days. Can you believe that?
Well, Jin was saying, if this is really the world of the past, then our actions now could have a dramatic effect on the future. It's certainly true that we don't know what might happen to us if we interfere with the past.
But if that's true, doesn't that mean we might be able to change the past?
Das ist doch nie eine gute Idee.
Don't you wish you could change the past, Alan?
Well, yeah, I have all sorts of things in the past I'd like to change. I think most people do. Everyone regrets something. I bet everyone wishes they could redo things. But it's not a good idea to interfere with this world without understanding the situation.
That may be the logical way of thinking. But even so... Damn it.
Ja,
Everything
jetzt
is
gerade
happening
hier
at
ist
once. I feel like I'm gonna go crazy.
Alan ist hier Voice of Reason.
Chief, you're probably tired. How about getting a little more rest?
You're right. I think I'll head to the city to relax.
What? Chief, we shouldn't go outside until we understand our current situation.
I have to do something. I can't just sit around here. Besides, we'll never really figure out our situation unless we go outside.
Die Kuh war in ihrer Brille. In Episode 1 ist sie eigentlich nicht so ein bisschen dämlich gewesen, finde ich. In Episode 1 ist sie irgendwie ein bisschen anders rübergekommen noch.
Chief, hey, wait a minute!
I can't bear just standing around.
You can interfere with this world!
You can go tell on me if you want.
Chief?
It's okay. I'm just gonna go visit the city. I'll be back in 2 or 3 hours, so tell the others not to worry.
Hast du schon mal vom Butterfly-Effekt gehört, Shion?
According to the information we have, the city is in a battle zone with Federation dissent troops. Why do you want to go there? Wait a minute. I'll go with you.
That's okay.
No, it's not. It's dangerous to go alone. Cosmos isn't here, so I'm going to protect you.
Toll, das hat's jetzt nicht gehört. Ist das ein Brotaufstrich? Genau. Aber warte, von hier soll ich jetzt bis in die Stadt laufen. Das ist ja voll der weite Weg. Na ja, gut, dann mache ich das wohl mal, ne? Und außerdem bin ich ja jetzt nur ich. Also sie, meine ich. Skillline, haben wir hier eigentlich was Neues? Und was ist das denn alles hier? Sind das diese Dinger, die ich immer freigeschaltet habe? Oder warum sind die hier einfach so... Ich hatte ja mal irgendwann so Special-Dinger gefunden, die irgendwas freischalten. Wobei ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass dann einfach Iceboat 1 freigeschaltet wird von sowas Seltenem. Was hat sie denn eigentlich? Ich habe ihr... Ich glaube, war mir gar nicht so richtig sicher, ob ich bei ihr mit Zauber machen soll oder lieber nicht. Okay, das ist halt auch gerade niemand anderes da, dass ich mal vergleichen kann, welche Werte gut sind. Was ist denn jetzt? This way seems to be faster to get to the city. Huh. Okay.
Chief?
Shh, hide. Is that a UTIC transport? Looks like it was in an accident.
Ach, das hellblaue Ding, ne? Ja, steht UTIC drauf.
Was it attacked by the Federation?
Beats me. It's hard to tell from here. Wait, someone's coming out.
Damn, this isn't good. Looks like a slaughterhouse in here. Oh, Supervisor Uzuki, over here.
Uzuki?
What? Dad!
Was macht denn Ihr Vater da?
Huh? Dad? He's...
Yes, it's definitely him. Suo Uzuki, my father.
How are the subjects inside?
No good. They're all destroyed with their maintenance beds. We won't be able to use them.
Use them for what?
Federation military isn't taking any chances. Thanks to them, the project is going to be delayed even further.
What project?
What should we do?
Just retrieve the vital data, then dispose of the rest. Leave the Realians. We'll have the disposal team incinerate them later. Let's go!
In The Missing Year hatte der auch schon irgendwelche komischen Experimente gemacht, als Sion noch klein war.
Oh, this is awful. What was the point of this? Let's see, model number DZ20000330. Looks like they're combat realians. What are you doing, Chief?
This.
Hey, that's an ID.
Lend me your connection gear.
Sure, but why?
I'm gonna modify this ID and make us our own.
What?
It looks like she was a UTIC scientist, a Realian coordinator, actually. There's spare uniforms inside, too.
So viel zu I'm just going to take a stroll in the city.
What? Chief, what are you doing?
There's something I want to check. You can go on back.
I can't leave you alone. Where are you planning on going?
My father probably headed for Labyrinthos. I suspected he was connected with UTIC. I have to find out what the connection was.
Das scheint leider nicht ihre
If you're
IQ-Brille zu
coming with me,
sein.
then hurry up and change.
Verzeihung, ich musste Kaffee schlürfen. Ich weiß, ich sollte ein, aber Moment, ich muss mal eben hier gucken. Sieht ja cool aus. Da hinten sieht man, da rechts sieht man den Song of Nephilim, wie der noch hier im Boden steckt.
Things don't look very friendly here.
No surprise there. The Federation front line is only 20 kilometers away. Although, the fact that they haven't declared martial law yet must mean they're not too concerned.
Why doesn't the Federation just attack?
They can't. The Realian troops that compose the Federation's main force can't be used.
Why not?
Have you forgotten? The UTIC organization has the ability to make Realians lose control, though I don't think they've been able to expand to the whole star cluster.
The Song of Nephilim!
Yes. On top of that, there are a lot of civilians here, as well as the Zohar. They can't just hit the city with interstellar weapons.
I love Haramia ice cream. What is it? Do you want to ask me something? What? Tell me about the Switch by Haramia ice cream? Don't touch that Switch. I got yelled at when I was playing with it. Tell me about Haramia ice cream's regular customers. The ice cream there is really good. A man with a red hat comes by a lot. Cool. Ach, das ist das hier. Hey there, what flavor do you want? Oh, what the fuck? Ich kann einfach... Wieso zur Hölle kostet Melon Ice Cream 1000? Und Lemon nur 80? Oh, okay. Viel zu teuer. Press the switch. Hey, don't mess with the switch. Press the switch. Don't close my... Okay. Was ist denn, wenn ich den zumache und dann nicht nochmal drücke? Moment. Ja. So gesehen könnte man auch sagen, er ist ein bisschen selber schuld. Tja, ich hoffe, es macht dir nichts aus. Es hat nämlich gerade 41 Grad hier draußen. Viel Spaß, aber du hast ja Eiscreme. Ja gut, ich bin mal nicht so gemein. Das ist nie passiert. This is where we're supposed to meet. Where is Linda? Oh, I'm meeting my girlfriend here. I don't like her to be alone, especially with what's been happening lately. Hallo Milford! Was ist das denn hier? Oh. Update File 8. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Was ist dazu gekommen? Ist irgendwas Wichtiges? Assistant Number 2? Achso, das ist nicht wichtig. Was hier? ECCM. Electronica. Was? Auch nicht wichtig. Frying Pan? The fuck? With a drawing of Bunny on it. Ich glaube, diese Update-Files sind teilweise nur so unwichtiger. Ja, also so, wie sagt man, so ein bisschen Flavor-Gedöns. Die wichtigeren Database-Sachen sind, glaube ich, die man automatisch kriegt. Mobile Fortress Elsa Project. Ja, das geht ja alles um diesen komischen Professor. Schrödinger, Name of Remote Control System. Ja, ja. Es ging darum, dass es war ja kein Eintrag um Alan generell, sondern der Alan-Eintrag ist ja hier. Ich glaube, den haben wir sogar gelesen. Aber diese Assistant hat irgendwas mit diesem Professor und seiner Robot Academy zu tun. Oh, weiter geht's nicht. Oh, doch. Ah, cool. Das ist ja witzig. Ich glaube, hier war ich noch nie. Hallo? Magst du fallen? A cat took my balloon. Get it back. What the fuck? Das sehe ich jetzt erst. Da links läuft eine Katze rum. How can we catch that cat? Even if the cat lets go of the balloon, don't pump it. Oh, was? Hold on to it with circle. Oh Gott. Hier, Miezi. Wie mache ich denn das? Vielleicht kann ich mich hier hinstellen und dann... Ich weiß nicht, was ich machen soll. Die kommt ja nicht. Ja, aber was heißt Save the Cat? Die stolziert da ja rum, als wäre das der größte Spaß des Lebens. Sie sieht jetzt nicht besonders gestresst oder in Gefahr aus. Ich glaube, die braucht kein Saving. Ich weiß aber auch nicht so genau, was ich jetzt machen soll. Also hat er wohl einfach Pech gehabt. Kalt? Energies needed to operate the binoculars. Vielleicht von hier die Katze? Nee. Oh, da unten ist jemand. War nicht oben hier jemand, der Linda sucht? Tja. Everyone's just ignoring the current situation, going about as if everything's normal. I'll have to protect people like them once the fighting begins. Does Milsha not have its own military? Miltia's military, the former theocratic government military, is the main force of the UTIC organization, so the Federation's plan to disassemble the theocratic government forces failed. Shion und Jin, die waren ja, das ist ja auch ihr Home Planet eigentlich hier. Oder? Moment, da ist jetzt die Database auch praktisch. Ich meine schon. Shion und Jins Home Planet, ja. Rumors are flying that a large-scale Federation troop descent operation is going to take place soon. Well, even if the Federation does try to control this planet, they'll never be able to take on the UTIC organization. What? They've also got a new weapon aside from the descent operation? How do you know that? Ich sag bestimmt nicht we're with the Galaxy Federation. No one said anything like that? Oh, sorry, I'm a bit on the edge with the strange behavior of the Rebellions. I apologize. Damn, that drug destroyed my life. Oh, it's nothing. Just leave me alone. Okay. That facility up ahead is kind of creepy. What? You want to know what that facility is? Yeah, I'm interested. Do you really want to know? I'm very interested.